What's up, everybody? I wanted to come out here today and make a new video really quick, just kind of a walk around video of my GSXS 1000. I had done one a little while ago and I had an exhaust leak, so of course I had a couple of douchebags in the comments, oh, it sounds like crap and everything else, delete this video. So just to appease everyone, and I know people want to hear it and I should do it anyway, but I'm gonna do another cold start walk around of my GSXS 1000. Love the bike, even though I haven't ridden it a lot lately. So the state of my garage right now, I recently purchased a 23 Lowrider S. Absolutely love it. I just can't stop riding this bike. She a badass. Guys, all you sport bike guys that bag on Harleys, I'm telling you, I've done sport bikes for 20 something years and I can't get enough of this bike. I've slowed down quite a bit. Obviously I have the 1000, so I still enjoy riding quick once in a while, but man, I'll tell you, since I've gotten this bike, I've put maybe 100 miles on the GSXS. Alright, so here she is. Pretty sure I've done a walk around, but I'm gonna just do it again real quick. I don't have a ton of stuff done to her. So I do have the full Yoshimura R11 system on it. I do have the Chris Moore tune on it. I did not go for the pops and bangs because I just think that's silly. And when it's tuned right, I like the mild pops it gives on the decel, which is good enough for me. So I'll tell you, in my opinion, guys, this bike, for what I paid, I was out the door for $11,000. When you compare that to a lot of bikes out there, this bike is an amazing bargain in my opinion. It is basically a naked leader bike. The frame, if I remember correctly, is the same frame that was on my 2005 GSXR 1000, as well as the motor too. The motor is a little detuned. Supposedly it makes more torque across the rev range, and it tops out at 150 horsepower rated, whereas the GSXR, if I remember right, was like 170, I think. Now I will say this, after I had this tuned and the full exhaust system and the filter, the dyno, it actually laid 148 or 149 to the wheel at the dyno. So I could tell you, even though it's rated at 150 from the crank, I think that's a little bit stingy. Obviously, by what this was dynoed at, and that was on a dyno, it was roughly 92 degrees that day that it was dynoed. So it's bike runs real strong. So I'm going to do a cold start. I'm going to tell you, this bike hasn't been started. It's been about 3 weeks because I've been riding my other girl. So here we go with a cold start. So I'm going to pause it for a second, let it warm up a little bit, and then I'll give it a couple of revs for you. Alright, so I'll give it a few revs for you. Now keep in mind, this is just a Galaxy phone. It's not the best microphones out there, but hopefully you'll get a feeling of what it actually sounds like. Let me try to hold the phone. I don't want to piss off my neighbors too much. The other thing I love about the bike, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but when I put that high flow filter in there, the air box is so open in the front that I could actually hear it sucking the wind through it. Again, I don't know if you can pick that up on the phone, but it sounds really cool. You know, and this is from when you're sitting on it from behind. So again, I didn't go for the pops and bangs, but under D-Cell, it does have some really cool pops, and I love it. Nothing crazy loud, it just sounds cool when it's gurgling coming to a light, like most bikes do. The styling of the bike, you know, honestly, there's a lot of people that are like, feel like it's hit or miss. I like the styling of the bike. I like the stacked headlights, you know, but heck, I like the 999 Ducati that had them too, and a lot of people didn't like them. It's, you know, it's a street fighter. It's supposed to look like apocalyptic type bikes. You know, trust me, I'm not going to stand here and try to say that this is the best and baddest street fighter out there. I mean, not when you got the Ducati and the BMW out there. But for 11 grand, I mean, put that into perspective. This is 150 horsepower to the wheel, and it's 50 horsepower less than the $33,000 Ducati BMW M1000, and it's 20-something thousand less than the Ducati Street Fighter, the big dog. Hell, even the KTM, they just came out with the 1390. I don't know what the specs are on that yet, but even that bike is well over 20. So for the money that this bike costs, I think this bike is truly a bargain out there right now, and probably the best bang for the buck that you're going to get. You know, there's certain things that you're not going to get for that money. You know, you don't, let's see, the dashboard, it's an LCD as opposed to the LCD or LED, I'm sorry, as opposed to the new screens, the TFTs that everything has. I don't really care about that. Bike has traction control, it's got cruise control, it's got ABS. I mean, it's got all the important stuff you need. It's just a great bike. Wheelies like crazy. It definitely feeds all my sport bike requirements of what I look for. You know, I'm 50 years old now, so I definitely don't ride the way I used to. I like the more upright position. You know, I love my Busa, but I got rid of that because I wanted something to just cruise on, and the Harley fits that build just perfect. But as far as my sport bike needs, this is still a great bike. I love it. I'm going to continue to ride it. The only way I would sell this is if my wife decides she actually wants to start riding, which she's hinted at. I would possibly trade it in for another Harley for her. But that's it, guys. That's all I got for today. Thanks for watching. Hit the like, hit subscribe, please. And that's all. Thanks.